everyone. Today we are going to discuss about solar energy. That means we are basically going to see the sun. How to generate electricity from solar energy. And we are going to convert this solar energy into electrical energy. We will see the working of this also. Now, for suppose if sun is here, and earth is here, the energy which comes from sun to earth is called as solar energy. Sun is the primary energy, and the distance from sun to earth is 150 million kilometers. The energy which is radiated from sun to the space is about 3.5 into 10 power 23 kilowatt. When it is in the space, we can say that the energy radiated into the space is this much. And the energy which is radiated from sun to earth is 2 into 10 power 14 kilowatts. Now, when you take 3 days, or else we can say when we take 3 hours energy, that is equivalent to the 1 year electricity consumption throughout the world. You can understand that how much solar energy is important. That is the reason why scientists are now deciding that to use the maximum of the solar energy. And solar energy is the most promising energy among the non-conventional energy sources. This is what I can say all about this solar energy. Now we are going to see how this solar energy is converted to electrical energy. So, when this is happening, there should be a thing has to be done before. That is, we are going to convert mechanical energy to electrical energy. Now, we will involve in the process of solar energy to mechanical energy, mechanical energy to electrical energy. So, let us see how this is going to happen. I have already explained you how we have to convert mechanical to electrical energy. Now we will see how to convert solar to mechanical energy. Now, in order to convert, or else in order to see the working of solar energy, we have to take a parabolic plate. this parabolic plate, or else we can say as parabolic collector. Now, for suppose sun is here. Now, you can see that when the sun is here, the sun rays will be falling directly onto this parabolic plate. Or else parabolic collector. Now, the parabolic collector's arrangement would be something like, it will have a plate like a parabola, metal plate. Now, there will be a cylindrical type of element placed in between, and it will be fixed at the center like this. Now, whenever this solar energy is falling onto the parabolic plate, that starts reflecting and it hits back at the center of this cylinder. We can say it is some sort of concentric rays reflected on a single place. And this cylinder will be consisting of liquid and gas. This will also be having sodium. The concentric cylinder, or else you can say a cylinder which is there, that will be placed like this. This will be in shape of like this. The cylinder will be having liquid in it, some gases in it, as well as some sodium. Now, the function of the cylinder is now to increase the temperature from 150 degree to 500 degree centigrades. Why? Because the sun radiation is now collected and placed in such a manner that that cylinder is now getting consistently heated, and because of this liquids and gases, the temperature is now further increased to 500 degrees centigrades. After this, we will be having a storage element. Because if storage element is not there, what happens is, in case if it is night time, sun will not be available. But the thing is, you have to generate electricity immediately when sun radiation is there. So, the storage element's temperature will be maintained up to the boiling point. So that whenever sun radiation comes, this concentric parabolic collector, what it will do is, it will heat up this entire cylinder. And because of this, there is conversion of and because of this solar energy, the temperature of the liquid is now rising to somewhat 500 degrees centigrade. And as the water is now ready for the boiling point, what happens after this means it is now converted to steam with the help of boiler. Now, our story is now almost done. As I said you, there is a common point for everything, that is the class what I explained before. As I said you, there will be a boiler setup. After that, there will be a turbine. After that, there will be an alternator. Boiler, turbine and alternator. Now, whenever this happens, That means from starting, when you see this heat energy is now converted to, now this heat energy is now completely rising up the temperature in a cylinder in such a way that this is now completely converted to steam. When it is converted to steam, that steam is now hit onto the turbine. When it is hit onto the turbine, that means mechanical energy is generated. When mechanical energy is generated, that is converted to electrical energy by means of coupling. So this is the entire working part of solar energy. Now we will be discussing about how to construct this entire solar power plant, and we will see how does it work. As I have said you, that parabolic collector, it increases the temperature up to 500 degrees centigrades. Now after the temperature is increased, the liquid which is there now is sent to the storage tank. When it is sent to the storage tank, that boiler now further increases the temperature of the liquid. From there, it is now converted to steam. When it is converted to steam, that means that has to go and hit onto the turbine blades. Now whenever it is going and hitting onto the turbine blades, that means mechanical energy is developed. As the mechanical energy is developed, it is coupled to an alternator shaft. That is how mechanical to electrical energy is converted. When you see the entire setup, you are getting solar energy and it is now completely getting converted into electrical energy. Now I would like to add an point, that is, from turbine some of the steam is now sent to condenser. When it is sent to the condenser, the function of the condenser is to convert steam to water. Now this water is now sent for irrigation, and further the water is now again taken back and give that water to boiler. From the boiler, again the water is now sent to the storage tank. From the storage tank, again it is further taken to the parabolic cylinder. That means in parabolic collector, you are having a cylinder, right? Again this water is now fed back to the parabolic collector. So the chain will be like, from parabolic collector, the water is heated and sent to the storage tank. From the liquid what is present inside here, that will be going to the boiler. The boiler will now convert water to steam. Now when the steam is there, that will go onto the turbine. The turbine will generate mechanical energy. That mechanical energy is further converted to electrical energy. From the turbine, the steam is sent to the condenser. The function of the condenser is to convert steam into complete water. And from the condenser, some of the water is sent to the irrigation system. From the ponds or irrigation system, what we do is we again give that water to boiler. From that boiler again now, that is taken back to storage tank. I hope you have understood this concept very clearly. Thank you.